Yo, what's cracking everyone? Ericship 111 here. So Forza Horizon 5's update 43 has already rolled out for all players to download. Now of course the series itself doesn't officially begin until January 30th, and of course the big news about this particular update is that it will be the last monthly series that will feature a new theme as well as new content. Now I know Playground Games has left it rather vague in terms of the future of Horizon 5, but according to their patch notes, the return of past monthly updates in which players can vote for the following month will be a permanent feature starting from January 30th. Now, speaking of patch notes, in every update, Playground Games will always fix things that are incorrect, whether it's bugs, exploits, or in-game glitches, and I believe this will continue even though there won't be any more newly themed monthly series, as Horizon 5 still has a whole bunch of issues that needs to be patched. So for anyone who hasn't read the latest patch notes, in today's video I'll be showcasing most of the visual bugs and glitches that Playground Games have fixed, including a secret change that was made to update 43 that was not announced anywhere. Starting off with number 1, the Nissan Skyline 2000 GTR. Now the issue with this particular Skyline GTR is that once you equip the body kit preset or the body kit conversion, when you want to paint the entire car, not everything will be painted. As you can see, the front splitter remains as the default color, and what players would usually do to work around this is that they would simply apply a big square decal at the front so that the car ends up being completely the same color all around. It's a minor inconvenience, but it is annoying. Well, for update 43, this particular bug has now been patched, and now painting your entire car should work as it should. Number 2, inaccurate Ford Escort. So the car we are talking about specifically is the 1986 Ford Escort RS Turbo. Now this is a car that was first introduced in Forza Horizon 4 as a barn find, and if we take a closer look at the car model itself, there are a couple of inaccuracies. As you can see, the side decals from the doors stop once it reaches the front fenders, and there should also be a Ford badge just above the right tail light. Now keep in mind, this is a car that was introduced into the Horizon series since 2018, and throughout the entire life of Horizon 4, this was never fixed. Now in Horizon 5, as you can see, the same inaccuracies are still present, so really it's been over 6 years that this poor Escort has been ignored. Well, for update 43, Playground Games has finally amended the visuals for this car. The side decals now extend past the doors onto the front fender, just like it does compared to its real-world counterpart, and it is no longer debadged. Number 3, tail lights are too bright. Throughout the life of Horizon 5, there's been a handful of cars that, for whatever reason, has had the tail lights overtuned, resulting in them shining too brightly. This happened once before with the Subaru STI ARX rally car, and the most recent culprit is the Toyota Chaser. As you can see, when driving the car at night, the taillights and its reflections are so overpowering that some could even say that it's distracting. Thankfully, the lights have now been toned down and they don't take up the entire line of your screen while you're driving the Chaser during nighttime. Number 4, CH_1. Now this particular visual bug is quite interesting. Basically what you need to do is get into the FPV ute and equip that massive rhubar, as the Australians call it, which will also add additional fog lights at the front as well as the roof. Now obviously during the night these fog lights work as intended, however during the daytime that's when the fog lights become interesting. So once you are out in free roam, whenever you apply the brakes, you can see all of the fog lights turn on too. But they're not just turning on and off, no. If you look carefully, you can see the text CH1 in each of the fog lights. Unfortunately, this can't be seen in photo mode as it just changes to how traditional fog lights work, but it's very interesting to see how this visual bug snuck its way into Horizon 5. Of course, after Series 43, this has been patched and no longer will you see CH1 shining in the Ford Ute. Number 5, more brake bugs. So this visual bug is very similar to the Ford Ute that was just mentioned, but this time it's with the 2013 Ford Shelby Mustang GT500. As you can see, when you apply the brakes, once again the fog lights appear. However, for the Shelby, only the front left fog light is turning on and off. Now, this type of visual bug is not new to the Horizon series. We have seen and covered this numerous times with many cars back in Horizon 4. But what I'm curious about is, how does this keep happening? Has Playground Games or their outsourced 3D model companies just grouped the tail lights with the fog lights together? That's why they keep flashing once we press the brakes? I have no clue. Either way, this has now been patched in the latest update. Number 6, inner window decal. Another interesting visual bug Forza Horizon 5 has had is yet with another Ford, and this time it's the WRC 2001 Ford Focus RS, where of course the original livery includes the name of the driver and co-driver on the side windows. Now of course, like any other car in Horizon 5, once you decide to apply a custom paint, all of those additional stickers will also disappear. Or at least they should, because with this particular Focus RS, even though from the outside the names of the driver and co-driver has disappeared, you can still see them present from the inside, which is most certainly a visual bug. It doesn't matter which angle you look from, the names of the drivers is completely visible from within. Well, Playground Games did indeed patch this, and now there will be no more visible window decals from within once you paint the WRC Focus RS. Number 7, wheel texture bug returns. First of all, why is the Ferrari F8 Tributo slightly out of position in the thumbnail? But anyways, as I'm sure most of you know, in Horizon 5, the Ferrari F8 comes with silver colored wheels as standard, but once you paint them to a different color and head out to free roam, after a certain speed, you will see the outer layer of the wheel revert back to its standard silver color. It doesn't matter what color you paint the wheel, this will always happen, and it's a visual bug that's pretty common with the Forza Tech engine. Once the car reaches a certain speed, the wheel texture changes, which then can result in certain wheel bugs. We've seen it many times back in Horizon 4, and while it has now been fixed, at least with the F8 in Horizon 5, will we still see the same two-wheel texture in a future Horizon game? What do you think? Number 8, the i30N. Okay, so I actually did not know this, but apparently when the i30N was introduced into Horizon 5, several materials and colors on the car was not accurate. Now, if you're wondering where on this i30N is wrong, well, apparently the colors on the mirrors are wrong. The roof, although it should be black, it shouldn't be a flat matte sort of texture, and also the rear wing should be black too. Here is the updated look on the i30N. As you can see, everything that I had mentioned has been blacked out with the same reflection as the rest of the car. Pretty cool to see that Playground Games are making the effort to make cars accurate to their real life counterpart, and I do hope that this will continue. Number 9, Golf R Mark 8 side mirrors. One thing that was rather strange with the Mark 8 Golf R is that if you wanted to paint the entire car, you couldn't. There would be one part of the car that would remain locked, and those were the side mirrors. And even if you were to specifically choose to paint the side mirrors, the game will give you this message saying that it can't be painted because it's made of chrome or plastic, or the side mirrors don't even exist at all. Now, after this update, you can now paint the side mirrors, but if you choose any of the OEM colors, the side mirrors won't change, and that's because in real life, all Mark 8 Golf Rs from factory has these colored side mirrors no matter what paint you choose for the overall vehicle. But once you choose a custom color in Horizon 5, that's when they change. Cool to see that there's authenticity for this car, as well as allowing players the option to visually customize. Number 10, no more farming with the Trident. So for quite some time now, there has been an in-game exploit where you could essentially farm a lot of super wheel spins from the peeled Trident. So basically what you would do is go to the auto show and purchase yourself a peeled Trident for 25,000 credits. Then you would head over to the car mastery, use 9 car points and be rewarded with a super wheel spin, which often gives you more than 25,000 credits. Players would simply rinse and repeat this entire process, and it's an easy way to make heaps of credits in Horizon 5 with very minimal effort. Now, part of the reason why this exploit even exists is because when the peeled Trident was first introduced into Horizon 5 in Series 2, it was a hard to find car. So the way the car mastery was laid out was perfectly fine. It wasn't until Series 30 when the Trident became available in the auto show, that's when the car mastery super wheel spin prize became an issue. So what has happened now is that anyone that did use this exploit will be refunded all of your car points, the car mastery for all of your peeled Tridents will reset, and the super wheel spin reward is of course no longer there. I do, however, believe you still get to keep all your credits. And number 11, how to change the start screen. So as we know, all of the special startup screens that Forza Horizon 5 has had throughout its life is now available in Update 43. However, it is a little difficult to find where these are. Well, next time you load up Forza Horizon 5, just head over to the settings, go down to extras, and you will be able to choose which startup screen you want, including a shuffle option if you can't make up your mind. And once you select an option, the next time you load up the game, it should show the startup screen that you have selected. So those are many of the things that Playground Games did change for Update 43. If you want to check out the full patch notes, I will put a link to the notes down in the description below. But anyways, if you guys did enjoy today's video, please make sure to smash the thumbs up button as it really does help me out. And of course, if you guys would like to stay up to date with everything Forza Horizon related, be sure to subscribe, and I hope to see you guys in the next video. Peace.